Let me ask you something. Are you still burning, or are you just flickering? Are you chasing your dreams, or are you letting them die quietly inside of you? Because I promise you this, the world doesn't need your excuses. It needs your fire. And if you don't keep it alive, someone else will take your spot. You see, everyone talks about passion. Everyone talks about dreams. Everyone talks about wanting success. But few people understand what it really takes to keep that fire alive. That fire isn't just a feeling, it's a responsibility. It's the very thing that separates the champions from the spectators. Maybe you face failure. Maybe life has tried to snuff your flame out. Maybe people doubted you, laughed at you, or told you it wasn't possible. That's exactly why you need this fire. It's your weapon, your lifeline, your superpower. Tonight, right here, right now, I'm going to show you how to fuel that fire, protect that fire, and make it burn brighter than ever before. No more excuses, no more waiting. It's time to keep the fire alive and let the world feel your heat. Let me tell you something. Life is not going to hand you your dreams on a silver platter. People will doubt you, situations will challenge you, and your own mind will try to convince you to quit. But there is a fire inside of you, and that fire is bigger than any obstacle, stronger than any doubt, and brighter than any failure. The question is, are you willing to keep it alive? Your fire starts with purpose. If you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, you're just wandering through life, waiting for something to ignite you. But when your purpose is clear, it becomes the fuel that pushes you through the darkest moments. Every setback becomes a lesson, every failure, a step forward, and every early morning or late night, a reminder that your why is bigger than your comfort. You've got to dig deep and find the reason that wakes you up sweating, that keeps you awake while others sleep, and that whispers in your ear, you're not done yet. Discipline is what turns the spark into a blaze. Motivation comes and goes. You might wake up some days fired up, but on the days you don't, discipline is what will carry you. Discipline is showing up when you're tired. Discipline is doing what you don't feel like doing because you know it matters. You can't rely on feelings. They change. You rely on habits. You rely on routine. You rely on the stubborn refusal to quit. That's how you keep the fire alive, one disciplined step at a time. And don't forget about the people around you. Your environment will either feed your fire or smother it. You can't allow negative energy, doubt, or laziness to creep into your circle. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who push you, who are hungry like you are. Energy is contagious. If your friends are flickering, your fire will dim. But if they're blazing, you can't help but rise. Choose your circle wisely because your fire is contagious too. You want it to spark greatness, not fade into mediocrity. Your mind is another battlefield. If you feed it negativity, it will snuff out your flame. If you feed it knowledge, inspiration, and wisdom, it will roar into a wildfire. Read books, listen to those who have been there. Watch videos that elevate you. Your mind controls your actions. Your actions control your results, and your results control your life. Feed your mind and your fire will never die. Struggle is inevitable. The fire is not meant to burn without friction. It's meant to grow stronger with it. Every failure, every obstacle, every challenge is oxygen for your fire if you let it be. Stop fearing struggle. Stop running from difficulty. Lean into it. Let it shape you, let it toughen you, and let it ignite a fire that no one can put out. Champions are not made in comfort. They are forged in adversity. Action is the lifeblood of your fire. Dreams without action are like sparks in the wind. They vanish before anyone sees them. You have to move, grind, and fight every single day. Even the smallest steps, when done consistently, keep the fire alive. Stop waiting for the perfect time, the perfect moment, the perfect condition. There is no perfect. There is only now. Do something. Do anything. Keep moving. Keep fighting. Keep your fire alive. And when your fire dims, and it will, you have to reignite it, reflect, reset, and refocus. Take a step back, remind yourself why you started, and push forward with renewed energy. Never let a temporary setback become a permanent defeat. A fire that flickers can roar again if you refuse to let it die. This is the art of resilience. This is the essence of champion. Finally remember that your fire is not just for you. It's for the people who watch you, follow you, and depend on your example. Your fire has the power to inspire, to motivate, to lead. Keep it alive not only for your own success, but to light up the world around you. Leave a legacy that burns long after you're gone. Be the flame that others need to see to believe that greatness is possible. Your fire is your power, your weapon, your superpower. Protect it, nurture it, and keep it burning no matter what. Because when you keep your fire alive, there's nothing in this world that can stop you. Let's start at the very beginning. Purpose is the fire starter. Purpose is the reason you wake up in the morning and refuse to stay in bed even when the world is telling you to quit. Purpose is that whisper deep inside that says you are meant for more than this. Without purpose, passion fades. Without purpose, discipline collapses. Without purpose, life becomes a series of random actions. And your fire, the one thing that can separate you from mediocrity, slowly dies out. Purpose is not something you find outside of yourself. It's not something someone can hand you. It's not in a textbook, a class, or a lecture. Purpose is something you dig for inside. It's something you wrestle with, something you fight for, something you discover only after you push past excuses, distractions, and fear. Every single person who has achieved greatness knows this. Every champion, every innovator, every leader, every person who has ever left a mark on the world started with purpose. It doesn't matter if it's Michael Jordan on the basketball court, Oprah Winfrey in the media world, Elon Musk building rockets and cars, or Eric Thomas standing here today. They all had a reason. They all had a fire that could not be extinguished because it was fueled by purpose. Then that fire didn't just appear. They discovered it through struggle, pain, self-reflection, and relentless questioning. They asked themselves, why am I here? What am I really doing this for? And they refused to settle until they found the answer. You may be asking yourself right now, how do I find my purpose? Let me tell you, it doesn't come in a tidy package. It doesn't arrive wrapped in a bow. It comes in whispers, in moments of discomfort, in experiences that push you to your limits. Purpose often comes disguised as pain. The obstacles in your life, the failures you've endured, the times you've been knocked down, they are all pointing you toward your purpose if you are willing to listen. Stop seeing setbacks as the end. Start seeing them as signposts. Stop asking, why me? Start asking, well, what is this teaching me? Because every challenge has a lesson designed to guide you closer to your purpose, closer to fire that will never let you quit. Purpose is not just about what you want, it's about who you are. Many people think purpose is a goal or a title, but that's a lie. Purpose is identity. Purpose is waking up every day and living in alignment with the person you were born to become. It is understanding your strengths, your passions, your gifts, and your pain, and then using all of that to create impact. Purpose is the difference between someone who works for a paycheck and someone who works to leave a mark on the world. Without purpose, life is motion without direction. With purpose, life becomes a mission, and that mission is your fuel. Now, let me get real with you. Finding purpose is hard. It's messy, it's uncomfortable. It forces you to confront yourself, to face your fears, to look at the parts of your life you've been avoiding. It requires you to ask uncomfortable questions. Who am I? What am I willing to die for? What kind of life do I refuse to accept? These are not questions you answer in 5 minutes while scrolling on your phone. These are questions that demand time, reflection, and honesty. They demand late nights when the world is asleep, when distractions are gone, when it's just you and the raw truth of your own thoughts. That's where purpose is born, in the quiet moments of reflection, in the brave moments of confrontation with yourself. Purpose is also about vision. You can't ignite a fire without seeing the sparks. You can't stay motivated if you don't see the horizon. Vision is the map. Purpose is the fuel. If you know where you're going and why you're going, you can withstand the storms. You can endure the criticism. You can rise after every failure. Vision gives you a purpose shape. Purpose gives your vision fire. And when they work together, you become unstoppable. You don't just move through life. You charge through it. You don't just react to circumstances. You create them. You don't just survive. You thrive. Many people live their entire lives without purpose. They float through existence like a leaf in the wind, waiting for someone or something to give them meaning. And when that meaning doesn't come, they settle for mediocrity. But you are not here to settle. You are not here to drift. You are here to ignite your purpose and let it burn so brightly that no obstacle can put it out, no opinion can diminish it, and no failure can shake it. You have a fire inside you that is unique, something that only you can bring to this world. That fire is your purpose, and it is waiting to be unleashed. Igniting your purpose also means understanding that it will demand sacrifice. You cannot keep a fire alive if you are unwilling to give up comfort, excuses, and distractions. You will have to make choices every day that prioritize your purpose over immediate pleasure. You will have to be willing to work when others sleep, to endure criticism when others praise laziness, and to push past fear when others take the easy way out. Sacrifice is not punishment. It is investment. It is the price you pay to feed your fire. Every moment you spend investing in your purpose is a spark added to your flame. Every time you choose action over comfort, you make your fire stronger. Purpose is not static. It grows, evolves, and changes as you evolve. What you were meant to do at 20 may not be what you are called to do at 30. Life will give you new experiences, new insights, and new challenges that reshape your understanding of your purpose. And that's okay. The key is to remain open, to remain aware, and to remain committed to the process of discovery. Your fire will adapt as you adapt, but it will never die if you continue feeding it with reflection, growth, and alignment with your values. Here's another truth. Your purpose will be tested. People will doubt you. Life will challenge you. The world will tell you no, but purpose is like a flame in the wind. The stronger the wind, the brighter it burns if your fire is real. Your fire doesn't just survive adversity, it thrives in it. It thrives in it. Every time you get knocked down, every time someone tells you it's impossible, every time you face rejection, it is an opportunity to feed your fire. Let the setbacks be fuel. Let the criticism be fuel. And let your unwavering belief in yourself and your purpose be the oxygen that keeps it blazing. One of the most dangerous things you can do is ignore your fire because it's uncomfortable. It's easier to live a life of mediocrity, to settle for what's safe, to follow the path of least resistance. But comfort kills purpose. Comfort extinguishes fire. If you want to keep your fire alive, you have to be willing to step into discomfort every single day. You have to embrace the unknown, risk failure, and confront fear. You have to walk through the fire, not around it, because the only way to truly ignite your purpose is to face what challenges you, what scares you, and what pushes you beyond what you thought was possible. Purpose also requires clarity. You cannot ignite a fire if you are unclear about what matters most. You cannot burn brightly if you are constantly second-guessing, doubting, or trying to be everything to everyone. You have to define your mission. You have to know what you are willing to fight for, what you refuse to compromise on, and what you will give your life energy to. Clarity transforms scattered sparks into a roaring blaze. It aligns your decision, your actions, and your mindset with your true purpose. When you have clarity, every step you take becomes meaningful. Every effort becomes strategic. Every sacrifice becomes worthwhile. Understand this. Igniting your purpose is not a one-time event. It is a daily commitment. Every morning you have to wake up and choose to feed your fire. Every day you have to remind yourself why you started, what you are fighting for, and who you are meant to become. The fire will flicker, doubts will creep in, and challenges will try to snuff it out. That's why daily reflection, daily effort, and daily focus are essential. Purpose is not a passive experience. It is an active choice. Every moment you choose to live with intention, every moment you align your actions with your why, you keep the fire alive. And here's the most powerful truth. Your purpose is not just for you. The fire you ignite has the potential to light the world. When you live your purpose boldly, passionately, and unapologetically, you inspire others to find their fire. You create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your own life. Your fire becomes a beacon, guiding others out of darkness, showing them what is possible, and reminding them that they too have a flame within waiting to be set ablaze. That is the legacy of purpose, igniting fire in others while keeping your own burning bright. So ask yourself, are you ready to stop wandering? Are you ready to stop settling? Are you ready to ignite your purpose and let it burn so brightly that nothing can dim it? Because the world is waiting for your life. The people who need you, the opportunities that are meant for you, the impact only you can make. It all depends on whether you are willing to find your why, embrace your mission, and keep your fire alive no matter what. Your purpose is the spark. Your actions are the fuel. Your sacrifice is the oxygen. Together they create a fire that can move mountains, break barriers, and change the course of your life. You have everything inside of you to ignite it. You just have to commit, focus, and refuse to let anything extinguish it. Every failure, every challenge, every sleepless night, and every doubt is just fuel for the flame. Feed it, protect it, nurture it, keep it alive. Because when your purpose is burning bright, you cannot be stopped. You cannot be ignored. You cannot be denied. Your fire is waiting. Your life is waiting. Your purpose is waiting. The question is, are you ready to ignite it? Are you ready to step into your greatness? Are you ready to show the world what happens when someone refuses to quit? That's what it means to keep the fire alive. And it starts with your purpose, the reason, the why, the very thing that makes you unstoppable. Find it, fuel it, live it, and watch as the world catches fire with you. Let me tell you something. Motivation is a liar. Motivation will show up, get you hyped, make you feel like a superhero, and then disappear when you need it the most. Motivation is like the weather. It's temporary, unpredictable, and unreliable. One day it's shining, one day it's gone. If you're relying on motivation to keep your fire alive, you are setting yourself up for failure. Motivation feels good, but it doesn't sustain results. It doesn't keep you going when the lights are off, when everyone else is asleep, when you're facing obstacles, or when your body and mind are screaming at you to quit. Motivation is the spark, but discipline is the flame that burns long after the spark fades. Discipline is what separates the people who talk about their dreams from the people who achieve them. Discipline is what gets you out of bed at 4:30 a.m. when your bed feels like heaven and the world feels heavy. Discipline is what makes you keep going when you've already done 90% of the work, and the last 10% is the hardest. Discipline is what forces you to say a no to distractions, a no to procrastination, and a no to the easy way out. Discipline is what transforms good intentions into unstoppable action. It doesn't care about feelings. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if life is difficult. Discipline simply shows up and does what needs to be done every single day, no matter what. Think about it. If you rely on motivation, you're at the mercy of how you feel. Some days you feel like a lion. Some days you feel like a kitten. But if you rely on discipline, you create consistency, and consistency is what leads to mastery. Discipline is what allows you to take action even when you don't feel like it, even when nobody is watching, and even when your brain is screaming, "This is too hard, just quit." Motivation will never get you through that. Motivation will never make you practice the extra hour, study the extra lesson, make the extra call, or push through the rejection. Discipline will. Let me break it down for you. Discipline is showing up when it's inconvenient. Discipline is doing the work nobody else wants to do. Discipline is enduring the grind, day in and day out, without cheering crowds, without instant recognition, without the dopamine hit of a quick reward. Discipline is what allows you to keep your fire alive when motivation has left the building. Without discipline, talent fades. Without discipline, dreams die. Without discipline, your fire becomes a flicker instead of a blaze. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but motivation feels so good. I need that energy to get started. And yes, motivation is helpful. Motivation is like gasoline. It can get you moving, but it doesn't keep the engine running. Discipline is the engine itself. Discipline is what keeps you moving mile after mile, step after step, hour after hour when the excitement is gone and all that's left is hard work. Motivation will start the race. Discipline will finish it. And finishing is what matters. Discipline is also about consistency, and consistency is the secret weapon of champions. You see, most people quit before they see results because they are waiting for motivation to carry them. They wait for inspiration to hit them like lightning. They wait for some magical moment when everything aligns. But life doesn't work that way. Success is built in small, consistent actions repeated daily over months and years. Discipline allows you to show up consistently, to take those small actions, to compound your efforts, and to turn ordinary days into extraordinary results. Discipline transforms potential into reality. Discipline transforms dreams into achievements. Here's the truth. Motivation will never push you to do what discipline will. Motivation will get you started. Discipline will get you to the finish line. Motivation will cheer you up when you feel low. Discipline will pick you up when you fall. Motivation will excite you for a moment. Discipline will carry you for a lifetime. Champions, leaders, and high achievers do not rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. They don't wait to feel like it. They do it anyway. They don't wait for a sign. They create it. They don't wait for luck. They build it. Discipline also builds character. It teaches you patience, resilience, and self-control. When you force yourself to do the work even when you don't feel like it, you are strengthening your mind. You are training yourself to endure discomfort. You are teaching yourself to delay gratification. That is what separates the average from the extraordinary. The world is full of people with potential. The world is full of people with talent. The world is full of people with good intentions. But the world is not full of people with discipline. Discipline is rare. Discipline is what allows ordinary people to achieve extraordinary results. Let me give you an example. You want to be a successful entrepreneur? You want to start a business, make an impact, and change your life? Some days you will feel motivated. You'll be inspired, full of energy, ready to take on the world. But other days, the emails pile up, the phone calls go unanswered, the clients don't respond, and the bills keep coming. Motivation disappears. It's gone. But discipline? Discipline keeps you emailing, keeps you calling, keeps you showing up, keeps you grinding. Discipline doesn't take a day off because you feel tired or discouraged. Discipline carries you forward step by step until your vision becomes reality. Discipline is also about making sacrifices. It's about saying a no to what feels good now so that you can say yes to what will feel amazing later. Discipline is about prioritizing long-term growth over short-term comfort. It's about pushing through pain, rejection, and discomfort to achieve results others only dream of. Discipline is about understanding that every choice you make either fuels your fire or snuffs it out. Every time you choose distraction, every time you choose laziness, every time you choose comfort, you weaken your fire. But every time you choose discipline, every time you choose effort, every time you choose persistence, you make your fire stronger. Discipline is also about mental toughness. Life will throw obstacles at you, challenges you didn't expect, and setbacks that seem impossible. Motivation will leave you in those moments, but discipline will keep you moving. Discipline trains your mind to endure, to push through pain, to rise after failure, and to refuse to quit. Discipline is the difference between someone who complains about life and someone who conquers it. Discipline is the difference between a dreamer and a doer. Now, here's the reality. Discipline is not easy. Discipline requires effort, commitment, and sometimes discomfort. Discipline requires you to do what you don't want to do, even when no one is watching. Discipline requires you to push past laziness, excuses, and fear. Discipline requires you to embrace the grind day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. And yes, discipline will test you. It will challenge you. It will ask for more than you think you can give. But every time you choose discipline, every time you resist quitting, every time you endure the struggle, your fire grows stronger, your skills improve, and your potential expands. Discipline is also contagious. When you live a life of discipline, it inspires others around you. People watch how you show up, how you push through, how you refuse to quit, and they start to believe in their own ability to do the same. Your discipline creates momentum. Your discipline creates energy. Your discipline creates results. And when people see the fire you keep alive through discipline, they are inspired to ignite their own. Think about the athletes you admire. Think about the musicians, the entrepreneurs, the leaders. Do you think they rely on motivation alone? No, they rely on discipline. They show up every day regardless of how they feel. They put in the work when no one is watching. They make sacrifices, endure pain, and stay consistent because they understand that discipline outperforms motivation every single time. Motivation gets you started. Discipline gets you there. And that is why champions, legends, and high achievers never quit. They have mastered discipline. Discipline also teaches you patience. You see, results don't come overnight. Progress doesn't happen in a week. Mastery doesn't happen in a month. Discipline teaches you to trust the process, to keep putting in the work, to endure the struggle, and to remain consistent even when the outcome isn't immediate. Discipline is about understanding that greatness is built brick by brick, day by day, and that consistency wins over intensity every time. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be disciplined. You don't have to be the fastest. You just have to be the most consistent. Let me be clear. Discipline is not punishment. It is empowerment. Discipline is freedom. Because when you master yourself, when you master your habits, when you master your actions, you control your life. Discipline gives you the ability to turn your dreams into reality, to overcome obstacles, to achieve more than you ever imagined, and to keep your fire alive no matter what. Discipline gives you control when life feels out of control. Discipline gives you strength when the world tries to weaken you. Discipline gives you power when you feel powerless. Here's the bottom line. If you want to keep the fire alive, you cannot rely on motivation. Motivation will let you down. Motivation will fade. Motivation will fade. You need discipline as the bridge between your goals and your results. Discipline is the engine that drives your fire. Discipline is what transforms potential into greatness. Discipline is what makes you unstoppable. Every time you wake up and do the work, every time you resist the temptation to quit, every time you push through when it's hard, you are proving to yourself that your fire is stronger than your excuses. You are proving that your dreams are more important than your comfort. You are proving that your life is bigger than your fears. Discipline is not easy, but it is necessary. Discipline is not optional, but it is powerful. Discipline is not temporary, but it lasts forever. So ask yourself, are you going to wait for motivation to show up? Are you going to cultivate discipline? Are you going to depend on how you feel? Or are you going to decide to act no matter what? Are you going to be a spectator in your own life? Or are you going to be the champion who shows up every single day, regardless of circumstances, and keeps the fire alive? The choice is yours. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is forever. And if you choose discipline, there is nothing that can stop you from achieving greatness. Let me tell you something right now. Your environment will either fuel your fire or snuff it out. You can have all the talent in the world, all the dreams, all the passion. But if you surround yourself with the wrong people, your fire will die slowly, quietly, and without you even realizing it. The people you spend the most time with are like the oxygen that feeds your flame. If they're full of negativity, doubt, and excuses, your fire will suffocate. If they're hungry, ambitious, and relentless, your fire will burn brighter than ever before. And here's the hard truth. Most people are settling for the wrong circle, for the wrong friends, for the wrong colleagues. And then they wonder why their dreams aren't coming true. You have to understand that energy is contagious. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter how motivated you are in the moment. If the people around you are flickering, their energy will creep into your spirit. If they are lazy, their laziness will seep into your habits. If they are negative, their doubt will plant seeds in your mind. And if they are constantly complaining, their excuses will sound like reason to you, even if you know it's not. That's why surrounding yourself with the right people, the right flames, is non-negotiable. Your fire is precious and it deserves protection. Let me make this clear. Surrounding yourself with flames doesn't mean you avoid people who challenge you or who have different opinions. It doesn't mean you live in a bubble. It means you consciously choose to be around people who elevate you, who push you, who inspire you to be more than you were yesterday. It means you spend more time with those who are building, creating, learning, and growing than with those who are stuck, stagnant, or content with mediocrity. It means you refuse to allow negative influences to control your destiny. You can be in the same room with hundreds of people, but only a few will truly add oxygen to your fire. Seek those people. Find them. Keep them close. Protect your flame. You have to ask yourself a question. Who are your closest friends? Who do you spend the majority of your time with? And most importantly, what are they feeding your fire? Are they feeding it or are they snuffing it out? This is not just about friends. It's about mentors, colleagues, business partners, teammates, and even family. Energy is contagious. Your fire will rise or fall depending on the quality of the people around you. If you're serious about your dreams, you cannot afford to let the wrong energy influence your mindset, your habits, or your decisions. You have to surround yourself with flames, people who inspire, challenge, and elevate you every single day. Here's the reality. Most people don't understand the power of their environment. They complain about their circumstances, about their lack of progress, about the obstacles in their life, but they never look at the people they are letting into their circle. Let me tell you something. Your circle determines your altitude. The level of your ambition, your focus, and your success is directly proportional to the energy you allow around you. You want to fly? You want to soar? You want to dominate in your career, in your relationships, in your personal growth? Then surround yourself with flames. People who are hungry, people who are relentless, people who refuse to settle. And let me warn you, surrounding yourself with flames isn't always comfortable, isn't always easy. It requires courage. It requires making tough decisions about who stays in your circle and who doesn't. It requires cutting out the friends who gossip, the colleagues who complain, the family members who discourage you, and sometimes even people you've known for years. It's uncomfortable because relationships are emotional, but your dreams are bigger than your comfort. Your fire is more important than temporary hurt feelings. You have to make decisions that honor your vision, not your past. You have to protect your fire at all costs. You also have to understand that flames inspire flames. If you surround yourself with people who are working hard, studying, learning, grinding, and taking risks, their energy will ignite something inside of you. You will start to see the world differently. You will start to believe differently. You will start to act differently. The habits you develop, the decisions you make, and the discipline you adopt are all influenced by the people you are closest to. That is why the right circle is everything. That is why champions are intentional about the people they let in their lives. That is why leaders surround themselves with other leaders. Flames attract flames. Mediocrity attracts mediocrity. Decide what you want and then choose your circle accordingly. Let me also tell you something else. Your circle doesn't just feed your fire, it protects it. When life knocks you down, when criticism comes, when failure hits, and when doubt creeps in, the right circle will remind you who you are. The right circle will remind you of your purpose. The right circle will push you to keep going when you want to quit. They will elevate your mindset, strengthen your resilience, and fuel your determination. They will act as oxygen for your flame. Without that support, even the strongest fire can struggle to survive. You have to find those people who will remind you of your greatness when you forget it. You see, some people are comfortable being around others who are weak, unmotivated, and doubtful because it makes them feel normal. But I'm telling you, normal will never ignite your fire. Average will never fuel your greatness. If you want to burn brightly, if you want to dominate your field, if you want to leave a legacy, you have to step into circles that are uncomfortable. You have to step into rooms where everyone is hungry, where everyone is grinding, where everyone is refusing to quit. You have to embrace the energy of the driven because it will ignite something inside of you that you cannot fake, cannot buy, and cannot borrow. And let me remind you, this is not just about absorbing energy. It's also about giving energy. Surrounding yourself with flames means that you are also a flame. Your fire, your passion, your ambition, and your relentless pursuit of greatness should inspire the people around you. You are part of the ecosystem. The energy you bring to your circle feeds others, just like theirs feeds you. That's why the right circle multiplies success. It's a network of flames, each one pushing the other higher, brighter, and further. You are either adding to the energy or taking away from it. Be intentional, be aware, be a flame that elevates others. Let's also talk about influence. The people you allow into your life influence your mindset, your behavior, and your results. If you spend time with pessimists, you will start to doubt yourself. If you spend time with people who lack ambition, you will start to rationalize your own mediocrity. If you spend time with dreamers who never act, you will start to excuse your own inaction. Influence is real, it's subtle, it's powerful. You have to guard your circle like it's sacred because your fire is sacred. Protect it, fuel it, elevate it, surround yourself with flames that inspire you to push harder, dream bigger, and act bolder every single day. You also have to be honest with yourself. Take a hard look at the people closest to you. Are they helping you grow or are they holding you back? Are they inspiring you to take massive action or are they filling your mind with doubt and excuses? Be ruthless if you have to. Cut ties with people who don't add oxygen to your fire. Distance yourself from negativity. Protect your dreams like they are precious because they are. You cannot afford to let someone else's low energy determine the trajectory of your life. You cannot allow anyone to dim your flame.